welcome back with Dr. Lancer, the Lord of the Skin, which is my new favorite name for him. So, tell us about exercise. That was a big thing that I thought was really interesting in the book, because usually when you go see a dermatologist, they're not really talking to you about your exercise regime. Yeah. So, but I know it's also really important. So tell us, what do you think are the best ways to, number one, balance it, and what exercises, and then, anything to avoid?
Well, here's what I think. I'll share with you what I do. And we've talked before about the importance of skincare. We've talked about diet. Exercise is hugely important, and it's not just because it's cardiovascular or weights or training of that sort. There's a pattern to the behavior of people who exercise.
Yes.
And so I'm not so sure it's a matter of what you do for exercise.
Okay.
But I think it's a matter of you're making the initiative every day to have it as part of your lifestyle.
Yes.
So exercise, if you can afford to have a trainer, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you can afford to have a trainer, and if you can't, then you should find a trainer and figure out how to trade services with
Agreed.
a trainer.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Well, because someone's holding you accountable for your time.
Right. And that way, you'll develop the habit for physical activity.
Absolutely.
That's the important thing. You need to develop, it's a process of every day.
Yes.
That you're spending, 30, 45, 60 minutes every day in some sort of activity.
Absolutely.
And I think if you have a trainer, you'll develop that discipline. So I think that's important, step number one.
Absolutely.
And then what you do needs to be a diversity. Every day you need to do something different, because if you just get in the habit of doing the exact same program every day, it has a very limited benefit.
Right.
It doesn't have the same broad range of changes in your hormone status, in your
So I was going to ask you, the
system.
chemistry behind exercise is really important for your skin, right?
Yeah, right. The exercise part has to do with beautiful skin in terms of helping to regulate your hormone output.
Yeah.
And it has to do with estrogens, testosterone being regulated, and insulin production being regulated.
Right.
And all those hormones that most people may not care about as individual names, hormone production influences general body health, and it influences the immune system. And the immune system of the body has something to do with the immune system of the skin. And it all blends together to make for a healthier skin.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, because looking at our celebrity clients, that some of the ones we share, I know that they work out at least an hour a day no matter what. Like, it's part of the ones that I know that we share, because it's part of also who they are, like, this part of their job, but it also is part of what makes some of their skin look so amazing too.
They exercise not because of weight loss or bodybuilding. They exercise because it increases blood flow to the skin.
Yeah, exactly.
There are certain mood stabilizing events.
Absolutely.
There's an entire science to exercise. So I can tell you what I do.
Yeah.
And I go to the gym every day, 7 days a week. Now, I unfortunately don't have a trainer, because I can't tell my time schedule to set up with somebody.
I can relate to that.
Because I'm a slave to keeping people pretty.
Beautiful, yeah.
And sometimes that ends at 7 p.m. Sometimes it ends at midnight. Sometimes
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So I can't form a specific schedule, but here's what I do. No matter when I finish work in the afternoon, if it's 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., whenever it is, I walk over, or I drive over 2 blocks to the local gym, and I do about 10 minutes of treadmill.
Okay.
On the treadmill, I don't run. I'll go like 3.5 miles an hour.
So really fast walk.
Very fast walk till about, I get to 1.5 miles. And that's just to get the joints moving.
Yep.
There's a cardiovascular value to it, but it's mainly to get the joints moving.
Right.
And that's one part of it. And then after that, I'll do a potpourri of station weight training.
Easy.
I'm not trying to build big muscles.
Yeah.
I may do 15-pound weights, 20-pound weights. I may do 10 repetitions of something, but it's always something different.
Low weight, high repetition?
That's right. It's usually low weight, high repetitions, and it's, how you know you've done enough? It's simple. When you can feel the burning
in your muscles.
That's right. Now, that could have been after 10
or
bicep,
2. I mean,
or
probably
2.
More than 2. But yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you feel the little bit of burn, you know you're there.
Okay, great. That's a great thing to check in, because you have an internal, sensation that'll tell you
So for
that.
cardiovascular treadmill, you get your heart rate up.
Yep.
For a little bit of stationary muscle movement,
Mm-hmm.
exercise, you feel a little bit of a burn.
Absolutely.
And you get the different body parts. Some days it might be the biceps, some days the triceps, some days the glutes, whatever it is. But you get it in rotation.
Great.
That you can do in another 15, 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
And then usually I do some sort of short exposure to steam.
Okay.
Because it's relaxing.
And the great thing about this regime is almost every gym has, even a YMCA has a treadmill and stationary weight machines.
Yeah.
And then most of them have steam rooms too.
That's right.
So how long do you do in the steam room?
Well, I'm sort of a steam room addict. So I think the majority of people, 10 minutes is adequate.
Okay, great.
But I can actually...
At least 10 minutes.
At least 10 minutes, yeah. I'm a little bit longer in there because I've learned to take naps. And a nap is an important part of exercise.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It works well. And by the way, exercise also includes stretching or Pilates or a little bit of boxing, some other activity.
Yeah.
So exercise means activity, something you enjoy doing. If you don't enjoy doing it, you will not stay with it.
Okay. No, agreed. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. I do yoga. And I like it because every time I go to teachers that change it every time, so it's interesting, and so I'm always getting a different kind of workout.
Yeah, but the activity known as exercise is important because it helps regulate hormone levels, immunity,
the science,
and it gets the blood flow going to the dermis, and it's an important thing.
Absolutely.
Daily.
Awesome. That is Dr. Lancer's take on exercise. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Check you later.